In this video, I'm going to teach you the 5 bow staff moves that everybody does wrong. Number 1, the figure eights. The behind the back butterfly roll. The wrist roll. The palm spin. And number 5, the behind the back 360 catch. After you've mastered the first 5 skills, you'll have what it takes to crush the bonus that I have for you at the end, called the Zero Gravity 360, and here's a sneak peek. Number 1 is the figure 8, and it looks like this. When doing the figure 8, here's what everybody does wrong. They don't use their wrist, and it looks really robotic, like this. Here's a secret to fix this problem. So, we want to start with our thumb leading to our left, down, up, and it's just drawing that figure 8. Make sure you're keeping it close to your body. It spins on the left side and on the right side. We don't want it too far out or too much in front. We want that real good, smooth flow. Now that you've fixed the problem, here's what it should look like. Number 2 is the behind the back butterfly spin, and it looks like this. When doing the behind the back butterfly spin, here's what everybody does wrong. On the handoff in front, they'll grab with one palm up and one palm down, which will make it really slow and choppy like this. Here's the secret to fix that problem. So we have our thumb up, thumb down, behind the back. We want to meet our thumbs together facing each other. Then we can bring them out, thumb down, thumb up. Now we're going to go thumb sideways so our palm is up. Our left hand's going to come across and our thumbs are going to cross, meeting each other right there, and that's why they call it the butterfly roll. And then we're going to bring it out in our left hand and so on. So thumb up, thumb down, behind the back. Thumbs are facing each other. Down, up, out, across. Both palms are up. That's really important. Then we can bring it back. Now that you fixed the problem, here's what it should look like. Ay-ya! Number 3 is the wrist roll, and it looks like this. It looks like this. It looks like this. And it looks like this. Ay-ya! When doing the wrist roll, here's what everybody does wrong. They'll toss their bow staff instead of letting it roll on top of the top of your hand, and it'll end up looking like this. You'll probably drop it. Here's a secret on how to fix this problem. So, we're going to start with the palm down. We're going to rotate 180 degrees. We're going to hold with just our thumb and our pointer finger, and it's just going to roll right on top of our wrist. And we don't want to move the bow staff at all. Just have it roll and grab it. So let's try it again. So palm down, palm up, thumb and pointer finger. It's going to roll on top of our wrist, and we're going to turn our arm to grab it. So we got it there. Let's try it now on the left side of our body. Okay, so we halfway around, thumb and pointer finger, rolls on the top of our hand, and then we grab it. Now, the faster you go, the more flow there's going to be. We just have to make sure that every time it's rolling on top of our hand. So, now let's try it, starting palm up, and this time we're going to go counterclockwise. So 180, now we want to turn our arm as much as we can, and just to get that motion of it going on the top of our wrist, we're not going to move the bow, and we're just going to have it roll on top. Okay, again, so we're palm up, 180, a little bit more, and have it roll. Okay, great. So now, we're going to try it on the left side of our body, and just like the figure 8 that we did in number 1, we're going to come around to the right side now, and we're going to do the wrist roll there. So again, left wrist roll, come around, right wrist roll. Sweet. So now, you're going to put your big boy pants on, and we're going to do it over top of our head. Now, this is the same thing as just doing that normal wrist roll that we were doing at the beginning, but we're going to come from the right side of our body now. It's going to come up and over, and then we're going to grab it. Okay, make sure it's rolling on the top of your hand, or else it might fall on your head. Now that you fixed the problem, here's what it should look like. Number 4 is the palm spin, and it looks like this. When doing the palm spin, here's what everybody does wrong. Either the thumb will get in the way and you'll only be able to do one spin with it, like this, or your palm will be at an angle and it'll fall off, or worse, hit you on the head and it'll look like this. Here's the secrets on how to fix these problems. Problem number one, people stick their thumb out and it'll get in the way. We're not hitchhiking, so we want to have our thumb right next to the palm. That way when we go up, it can keep spinning. And for problem number two, here's how to fix it. So we want to start with our palm up on one side of our body, come across, and now flat palm when we're over our head. We're serving the pizza, we're not raising our hand. Serving the pizza right over our head. So again, we got that palm up, starts on one side, comes across, and we serve the pizza while it spins. Now that you fixed the problem, here's what it should look like. Number 5 is the 360 catch, and it looks like this. When doing the 360 catch, here's what everybody does wrong. Their footwork is bad because they don't spin on their heel, which causes a really slow spin, and they don't spot their bow staff, which causes a drop, and it ends up looking like this. Here's the secrets to fix these problems. So, we're going to start with working on our footwork. We're going to put our bow staff down, and we're going to learn how to spin on our heel. So, right shoulder towards the front, our back foot toes are going to be up, because we're going to be spinning on our left heel. Now, if you've ever ridden a skateboard or a scooter where you push off of it, very similar. We're going to push backwards, spin all the way around, and make sure we're spotting the front. That's really important. So guards up, spotting the front, we push, spin on our heel, and our foot lands right back in front of us. One more time, toes up, we spin, right back in front, spotting the target. So now, time to try with our bow staff. Instead of throwing it for now, we're going to practice balancing it. So we're going to hold the top of it. You do exactly the same thing this time. Make sure you're spotting your bow staff, because that's what we're releasing and catching. Ready? Go. Awesome. Okay, let's try it again. So we balance that bow, we push off, we spin, we turn and look, and go. Then one more time, and go. Awesome. So now, let's learn how to throw the bow staff. So, we have our thumb up, just like the butterfly roll that we did. Thumb down, behind the back, thumbs are facing each other, thumb down, thumb up. And instead of passing it, we're going to toss it underhand. It's going to do one toss, and we're going to catch it underhand. That's really important. You want to let the bow fall into your hand instead of reaching out and grabbing it from the air. So, let's try it again. So, thumb up, thumb down, behind the back. Thumbs are facing each other, thumb down, thumb up, underhand toss, one spin, and we catch it, letting it fall into our hand. So now, to add the full 360, we want to make sure we're not tossing it too high, we're not tossing it too low, but right in the middle. Should be about right here. So do a few of those tosses, practice. Okay, just over your head. Now, put your big boy pants on, add that 360, catch it, extra bonus points if you can land superhero pose. And go. Now that you fixed the problem, here's what this should look like. Now that you've mastered these 5 bow spins, it's time for the bonus, the moment you've all been waiting for, the zero gravity 360, and it looks like this. When doing the zero gravity 360, here's what everybody's doing wrong, and there's 3 of them. The first one is not getting enough upward power. So that push going up, if you can't do that, it's not even gonna come up and over your head. The second one is not getting enough spin, not turning your hips enough. So even if you could get the power, it's not gonna have any rotation. And for the third one, it's catching it underhand, even though we previously taught you how to do that. For this trick, we're gonna catch overhand. Here's the secrets on how to fix these problems, and there's 3 of them. The first one is not getting enough height with that bow staff. We want to make sure we start with a straight arm, and it goes to bent real fast, just like we're tossing something. We should toss it up and over our head to our right shoulder. Let's try it again. behind the back, push up and over to our right shoulder one more time. Behind the back, push up and over, no rotation yet until now. So now, once we get it behind our back, we're gonna push our hips, and we don't wanna use our wrist at all. That will send your bow staff flying. Okay, so we turn our hips, should just do a half rotation up to our shoulder. So behind the back, we're still doing that push. Half rotation up to our shoulder, one more. Half rotation up to our shoulder. So now, we wanna add just a little bit more momentum with a full 360, and we catch it overhand. Remember, so instead of catching it underhand, we catch it overhand. Try not to smack it out of the air. Let's try it again. So behind the back, 360, and we catch that overhand one more time. 360, catch. Make sure that you're getting that consistent, so that way we can add the 360 like we learned with the normal 360 catch. So one more time then, let's add the 360. Behind the back, and catch overhand. Awesome, time to add the 360. Let's do it. Yeah! Now that you've fixed these 3 problems, here's what it should look like. Yeah! If you got this far, it doesn't end here. Click the video right over there to learn 5 nunchuck moves that you can learn with no experience. And here's a sneak peek. So click the video now, and I'll see you in the next lesson.